And move on to race 6 as we move back onto the all-weather as well for the first leg of the second double trio, 1200-metre Class 4 contest. The return of Goldie Flanker, a revelation last season on the all-weather. Giddy Giddies are back as well, course and distance winner at the back end of last year. Bear Chum will roll forward from 3. Flying Godspell, 4th course and distance a couple of weeks ago. Gentry on the all-weather for the first time. Starlot placed a couple of times course and distance last season. And then Sweet Home and Viva Council on the all-weather for the first time.
Well, if you've got a live ticket going into the final leg, fingers crossed, because this is a tough race. Giddy Giddy, the likely pace setter, he's generally pretty reliable. Viva Council, now, he's going to roll forward again, you would think too. He did lead a trial on the all-weather, and then they went to the turf and it didn't sort of work out for him. Flying Godspell, front runner. Regency, Darling, Bear Chum can all race handy. Pace should be good.
Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? Spicy Kaka, now, he's a one-hit wonder at this stage, but he has looked good. He's a bit of a quirky horse. And the inside there, he's going really nicely with Hair Trigger, who's rated a lot higher than his.
Vili Manili, or whatever his name was, of Hong Kong. What was his name, Andrew?
Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, that's him.
Spicy, they were a duo. Spicy Carcass in front as well with Logan 1. So his work's been pretty good leading into this particular contest. Gentry, now he's going nicely. First time on the surface for him, so I thought I'd show you working on him. He's only a little horse, but he probably need further as well than the 1200, but that's him working on the surface.
We'll see him in a trial as well, Gentry. Makes all. Looks pretty impressive in doing so too. But we'll have a look at some key races first. Flying Godspell here. Star Superior, who sort of looks beaten then stays on, and Starlot was below par from him.
Yeah, Starlot, I don't know what to do with him. He's capable of better. The pace will suit him. Star Superior, disappointing first up when he was a 6-4 favourite. And, of course, the other one, Flying Godspell, I'm convinced is definitely an all-weather horse, but he's a little precious. He needs everything to suit, a comfortable run out in front, primarily.
He doesn't look like he's going to get it, is he, as well? No. Star Superior's drawn 12 as well this occasion, and he was disappointing, I thought.
All right, question marks over him. Giddy Giddy's first up, had a good year last year, and Jack Wong on board. And Jack's got a good relationship here. He's won him twice for a win and a minor.
Yeah, and this is a good trial, isn't it, too, from Giddy Giddy? This is him. We know his style. He's going to jump, he's going to run, he's going to make everything else do it. And on this occasion, he did exactly that. Now, Ever Strong's the horse that tries to cut him down here late. And he's a horse that a few of us had a bit of time for from a start or two last season. So he looks like he's going into this race in fine fettle again, Giddy Giddy.
He did come from behind, didn't he, to win a race, which we didn't think was possible. So it'll be interesting to see the tactics they use in this race, because if he does try and lead, I think he's going to get taken on.
Yeah.
This is the Gentry trial, out in front and just kept rolling.
You know, he's by Tavistock, so he does need further, I think. You can see he's real hot in this occasion, but first time on the surface, you can see he works well on it, and he's trialled well on it as well. I didn't find a place for him in the end, but because I just think he needs 1650.
There's Silly Buddies running into a nice placing behind him. He'll, of course, run later on. That looks good, but they were about 12 lengths slower than the time they're probably going to run on the weekend in that race. So I don't think he can lead, and I'm with Paul. He's better over further distance.
Goldie Flanker, very quiet trial for him. I wonder if the key for him is getting out wide and just in a big open space, whether he likes being down there on the rail or not.
Yeah, I think he could be right there. He was pushed out quite significantly in this trial, and he hasn't got a very good fresh up record. But then he was pushed out in the other races, and once he got up and running, he did come home nicely enough. So you can see he's really pushed out at the end here.
Yeah, look, he was super impressive, wasn't he, when he won those 3 races in a row last season, but then it sort of came to an end. There's been a fair bit of time between that form and now, so I'm happy to sit back and see him do it again first.
All right. The market looks wide open at this stage, Paul.
This looks like one of the most open races of the day, I think. I'm going to take a chance with your Milli Vanilli here, Brett.
I'm glad you got it out. Will you want to call tomorrow?
Spicy Kaka. I'm sure they had more than one hit, but they didn't sing it. So I've got him on top, Spicy Kaka. To win this race, because I like this track. Now, Regency Darling has never raced on the surface, but if ever a horse is bred for it, he is. He's really well bred, American bloodlines all the way through, being by guillotine as well. So, and he does look good on the surface. So we'll take a chance with him at a big price. Bear Chum's put on 31 pounds, but another one doesn't mind this surface as well. And now Bear Chum, it looks good for the increase in weight. He's a big beast of a horse anyway. And Star Superior, a little bit disappointing last time. We'll give him another chance on a fourth line. 7543. I'd box 457 up at QQPs, and I reckon you'd get a decent Quinella or Quinella place with those three.
Yeah, I'm not far away from you, Paul. I've got 3 of your 4 numbers there. I'm just leaving out Spicy Kaka, but he's certainly capable. I went Bear Chum, who of course is a horse that bled at his last start, and often first up fresh is the best time to get him. He's been an underachiever on what he was potentially going to do as a Griffin. But this is a winnable race for him. Regency Darling, for the same reason you mentioned. Star Superior will like the pace. He's worth another chance. And Giddy Giddy, just very honest, isn't he? He's going to jump. He's going to give you a sight. So 4, 5, 3, 2. I thought 3, 4, 5 QQP. Yeah,
£5 off of Jack Wong certainly won't hurt at all either. All right, that's race number 6. Up next for us, race number 7. It's the feature on the day, the Pokoi Cup.